Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here, shooting you another video. And today the topic of the video is how often should my injury lawyer be calling me? So I had this really nice lady as a client, older lady, really nice lady, never had a lawyer before. And, uh, I ended up talking to her for about 45 minutes, even though she's got a really small case. Not that confusing. She had a million questions, right? And I don't mind. Some people are more nervous than others. Some people just want to talk more to feel better about, you know, using me as their lawyer or, about the entire process. I'm fine with that usually. I'm very busy. It's hard for me to carve out the time, but I do it because, sometimes people need it and you got to give your people what they need, right? But anyway, spent a lot of time with her initially, and then what I do is usually hand it off to my paralegals who collect the police report and obtain the insurance information and send out all the initial letters, make all the initial requests, and then monitor whether we're getting the documents in, whether we're getting a response. I couldn't practice without them. They're awesome. But she called me and called me and called me. And I was thinking to myself, like, boy, did she not get my letter about the fastest way to reach us? She just is leaving me voice messages on my extension and not really telling me why she's leaving the voice messages. So I finally called her back and she told me, I'm very disappointed. I thought I was going to hear from you every couple of days. I thought you would call me every couple of days to see how my case goes. And so, partially in response to that, I created a series of videos where I explain like the timeline of a case, how long things take, and all that. And I now send out those videos to all new clients. So, if you'd like to see those videos, leave a comment in the comment section, and I may edit them and put them up for everyone to check out. As long as you understand that most injury law offices are not as organized as mine, and most injury law offices don't place such a high value on client communication. Like in my office, my team is supposed to call you back same day or at the very latest the next day. And they're supposed to be nice to you. They're supposed to answer your questions. They're supposed to kick questions they can't answer up the chain of command to me. Now, I will tell you, of anybody in my office, I'm the slowest to call people back because I have a million responsibilities. And that's why I have things set up the way they are. So if you watch my videos and you expect your lawyer to have a similar office setup, they usually don't. It's usually going to take them a lot longer to answer your questions or get you called back, or they don't train their people to focus on returning phone calls and stuff like that. And so finally, the point is, when I talked to this lady, I said, look, the wheels of justice turn slowly. And so there's not a lot we can do in your case. So you might hear from me. More likely, you're going to hear from my paralegals asking you for information. Do you have the police report? Did you get car crash photos? Do you have any photos of your physical injury? Do you have your insurance policy number? Do you have any information on the other driver's insurance? All these kinds of questions. Now, a lot of them I'll ask you at the beginning of the case, or my paralegals might ask you at the beginning of the case, just depending on how we do the intake, basically. But anyway, you might hear from us a lot, and then there's going to be a period where you're probably not going to hear from us at all. The short answer here is your injury lawyer is really only going to call you when they need to. So there's no such thing as just getting, there's no such thing as a personal injury office calling you every couple days or even calling you once a week or even once a month just to give you a status. Most personal injury firms have hundreds and hundreds of files, and if they had to call and give every client a status once a week, I'd have to hire 2 additional employees just to do status phone calls, right? So it's just not realistic, but we do call you when there's something to report, when there's an offer, when we need to check in with you on the status of your medical treatment, we need to talk to you about your wage loss claim, we need some information or photographs or documents from you, we need to schedule your deposition. All of this stuff, we will reach out to you as needed. But it's just nature of the beast that it's just not practical for us to reach out to you and give you a status on a regular basis. However, this is what I'm going to tell you. It is perfectly okay for you to reach out to us anytime you want. Anytime you want to know what the status of your case is, you can call us or email us and we will respond. And we're not going to give you generic jibber jabber. We're going to tell you exactly what's going on with your case. That's why I developed the law practice management software I did. So anyone in my office can pull up your case and know exactly what's going on with it. It took me years and years to develop and perfect it, and it's really good now. And my people are all trained about what information you need and mainly trained in the importance of making sure that you're happy with the communication. Now, I tend to think of myself as an easygoing guy, but I'll be honest with you, as I've gotten older, I realize I'm kind of demanding. And if you're honest with yourself and you're sort of a demanding person, I can't promise you that you're always going to be gleefully happy with the communication in my office, because law is an extremely jealous mistress, meaning I'm a very busy guy. My team, everybody on my team, we are very busy. And we're very busy working on cases and doing the background work necessary to maximize your case value and get you the most money as fast as possible in your case. And unfortunately, being on the phone when we don't absolutely need to is not on the agenda, but returning your calls and answering your questions is absolutely on the agenda. So you're not going to hear from us that often, but when you need to hear from us, you call us and we will definitely call you back. And that's the way I think it should be. I've heard stories of lawyers who call their clients and say, don't call me, I'll call you. You don't call me, don't worry about anything. I'll call you when we have money. And I think it's not the way we do it. If you need help, you have a question, you need answers, you're worried about something, you call us, okay? So that's how I try and do it. There's a lot of lawyers who do it similar to me. Most lawyers don't, I think. They don't even really give very much thought to client communication and why it's important and why you got to get back to people very quickly. I don't think they think about that stuff. So anyway, hope that information helps you. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you and your family are well. If there's anything I can do for you, you can call me anytime, night or day, 312-500-4500. In the meantime, stay until the very end of the video. I have some killer tools and information that I give access to injured people completely for free, completely no obligation. I tell you all about it at the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. If you or anyone you know has been hurt in an accident and needs a lawyer or even just has questions, give me a call anytime, day or night, at 312-500-4500. You can call me anytime, day or night, and the consultation is free. That's 312-500-4500. Or if you're not ready to talk to a lawyer, I made 2 great tools that really help people out that you can use for free on my website. The links are in the description. The first one is called the Case Cash Calculator, and it tells you what your case might be worth. The other is called the Good Case Calculator, and it tells you whether you might have a good case or you might have a case with some challenges. The best part is that they're 100% free to use on my website, and it only takes you 20 seconds flat to answer 7 multiple choice questions right off the top of your head. And then you get custom information about your particular injury situation fast and for free. So check them out, links in the description. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to my channel. I release 2 new videos videos every week, and this way you'll get notice of them. And if you have a question you'd like answered in a video, just leave a comment with your question in the comments section. Finally, if you enjoy my videos or if I've helped you in any way, I hope you'll consider doing me a favor. Injury law is a very competitive field, and I like having a small independent firm so I can help people who need it. People really rely on Google reviews when deciding who to hire, so I hope you'll consider leaving me a 5-star review on Google. It only takes a few seconds, but it's a favor to me that I would really appreciate. The link is in the description. You just go to that link, click 5 stars, say a kind word, hit submit, and you're done. Once again, I hope you and your family are well, and if anyone you know needs an injury lawyer or has questions, please send them my way by calling 312-500-4500. Thanks again for watching. Take care.
312